Very good morning, children. How are you? Hope you're all fine. Again, in front of you virtually, the new part of the lesson 4. Children, we are dealing the lesson is matter pure. And today we have to start one more part of this lesson. Until now, we have discussed about the solution, its properties, what is a solute and what is a solvent. And I have discussed about a few formulae also, mass percentage and mass by volume percentage. And I have discussed what is dilute and what is concentrated solutions. All these we have learned in the last class. So today we are going to continue the next part of this lesson. So we'll do one of the numerical. Just listen, children. A solution contains 50 grams of common salt and 200 grams of water. Calculate the concentration in the terms of mass by mass percentage of the solution. So in this numerical, what all given first we have to analyze. Mass of a solute. Here the solute in the terms of salt, that is 50 grams. Mass of a solvent, nothing but here water, that is 200 grams. So mass of a solution is equal to mass of a solute plus mass of a solvent. We already know that. So solute is 50 and solvent is 200. So it comes to 250 grams of a solution. Mass percentage of a solution. I told mass by mass percentage or mass percentage of a solution. The formula is mass of a solute by mass of a solution into 100. So mass of a solute is given as 50. Mass of a solution we found it to be as 250 into 100. So 0 gets cancelled. 5 ones are 5 fives are into 100. That means 100 by 5. That gives you 20%. So you have to write percentage as a symbol here. I hope children you have understood. So coming to the next question, 80 ml of a solution contains 20 grams of solute. Calculate the concentration in the terms of mass by volume percentage of the solution. Mass of a solute is 20 grams here and volume of a solution is 80 ml. So mass by volume percentage of a solution, we know the formula as mass of a solute by volume of a solution into 100. Here in this question, mass of a solute is given as 20, volume of a solution is 80 into 100. 0 gets cancelled to 1s to 4s. So you are left with 100 by 4. That gives you 25%. So I hope you have understood this sum also. So we have two formula. One is mass percentage, the other one is mass by volume percentage. Both the sums I have done for you. So in the assignment also I will give related to this type of numerical. Very important, children. Okay, I hope you have understood this two solutions. Solubility is nothing but dissolving capacity of a solute in a solvent. So, coming to the definition, the maximum amount of a solute in grams which can be dissolved in 100 grams of a solvent at a given temperature to form a saturated solution is called the solubility of a solute in that solvent at that particular temperature. In this way, we can define the solubility definition, or in a simple words also you can write the amount of solute present in a saturated solution at a certain temperature is called its solubility at that temperature. And you have to remember in simple words, concentration of a solute in a saturated solution is the same as the solubility of the solute at that particular temperature. One more thing you have to remember is the solubility of a solute always should be expressed in grams of the solvent at that particular temperature. Before getting into the effect of temperature and pressure and solubility, let us discuss one example. A maximum amount of 36 grams of common salt, your NaCl, can be dissolved in 100 grams of water at 20 degrees Celsius or 293 Kelvin. Therefore, the solubility of common salt in water at 293 Kelvin or 20 degrees Celsius is 36 grams. I hope you have understood this. So, the solubility of solids in liquids. When a saturated solution at a particular temperature is heated, it becomes unsaturated. That means the solubility of a substance generally increases with increasing temperature. and hence more amount of solute can be dissolved on increasing the temperature. Or if a saturated solution at a particular temperature is cooled, then some of a dissolved solute will separate out in the form of a crystals. This is because solubility of a solute in the solution decreases on cooling. And one more point you have to remember, children, here. The solubility of solids in liquids, however, remains unaffected by the change in its pressure. Okay, coming to the next one is solubility of gases in liquids. The solubility of gases in liquids increases on decreasing the temperature or decrease on increasing the temperature. For example, water contains dissolved oxygen. When water is boiled, the solubility of oxygen in water decreases and excess oxygen escapes in the form of bubbles. And we'll discuss related to pressure also here. The solubility of gases in liquids, however, increase on increasing the pressure and decrease on decreasing the pressure. For example, during the manufacture of cool drinks, carbon dioxide is dissolved in water under pressure. However, when a bottle of soft drink is opened, what happened? The pressure inside decreases and the solubility of carbon dioxide also decreases. So the excess dissolved CO2 or carbon dioxide escapes in the form of bubbles. Now coming to the factors affecting the rate of solubility. First one is temperature of the solvent, size of the solute particles, and stirring the solution. So coming to the activity, children, carefully you listen the activity. Take 3 glass beakers or glass tumblers, whatever available to you in your house, and you can do the activity in your house and check it, and fill each of them with 100 ml of water. Add 2 spoons of salt to each beaker. Place the first beaker undisturbed. Next, stir the contents of the second beaker. Now heat gently the third beaker. So in all the cases, the salt dissolves, but the time taken to dissolve is different in the 3 beakers. When the beaker is heated, the salt dissolves quickly. When we stir the contents, the salt dissolves but slower than heating. When we observe the undisturbed beaker, the salt dissolves but at the slowest rate. This shows that the temperature of the solvent, the size of the solute particles, stirring of the content are the factors affecting the rate of solubility. Again, I am telling solubility is nothing but dissolving. So children, in today's class, we have learnt a numerical related to mass by mass percentage formula and a mass by volume percentage formula, effect of temperature and pressure on solubility. Not only that, factors affecting the rate of solubility or dissolving. So, I hope you have understood today's class. I'll meet you in the next online video class. Thank you, children. Have a great day.